more casualties being reported by the hour.
The Vancouver Police Department can't keep up, responding to one death after another.
3 to 4 per day is the average that we attend. Since Friday, VPD has responded to an average of 14 sudden deaths a day. Quite simply, it's stretching our resources very thin.
Today, 20 by this afternoon alone, with more than a dozen calls still in the queue.
We're also dealing with family members and working to console family members who are distraught, having just discovered a loved one, whether it be a family member or a neighbor or somebody who's very important to them, who's tragically died.
And that tragic story extends across the province.
A large number of the calls that we're going to are seniors that live alone, and our officers are finding that when they are entering the buildings, the rooms that they're living in are in the 40-degree temperature level.
The large number of these sudden deaths involve seniors between the ages of 92 to 70. The youngest person that we have had is a 44-year-old person.
Emergency crews are stretched. At one point today, there was a 45-minute wait to speak to police after calling 911. Then there is the wait for an ambulance.
Up to 2 hours for high-level priority calls. People are waiting, over an hour on a regular basis right now, and I've heard up to 12, 15 hours for non-emergency calls.
And as the heat continues, families like the Haydaries have been camped out at a daytime cooling center and fearfully checking in on grandparents after a long, hot night.
The minute I wake up, I call them, hey, are you guys ready? Would you like to go to the cooling area? And to be honest.
So, hey, Susanna, what kind of a sense do we have of the toll province-wide?
Well, the BC Coroner Service now says there have been 233 sudden deaths since Friday. That's almost twice as many as the average for that same time period. And of course, all of those deaths are taxing on the entire emergency system, causing delays elsewhere. The Vancouver Police Department is redeploying officers from other departments. They're also calling people in who are on vacation right now. They're also doing things like checking in on the most vulnerable populations. That's happening across departments all over BC. But they are also telling everyone to check in on their loved ones, to check in on family members, neighbors, people who may live alone, seniors, anyone who is ill, to make sure and to check regularly to make sure that they are doing well. Andrew?
Okay, Susanna De Silva, thank you very much. Now, multiple all-time heat records were broken in Alberta as well today as the temperature there climbed past 40 degrees Celsius, and everywhere people were doing what they could to stay cool.
Lots of fans, lots of water, popsicles.
I'm eating a lot of freezies just to keep myself cool. Or I buy a cool drink just to pat myself while I'm out.
Alberta has already set a new energy consumption record in this heat wave. Today, its power grid operator declared an energy emergency alert, asking people to conserve energy during the peak hours of 4 to 7 p.m. Now let's bring in CBC meteorologist Johanna Wagstaff from North Vancouver, because Joe, with that heat dome now shifting, what can people expect over the next few days?
Andrew, we're going to see a little bit of relief across the south coast. In fact, today we felt a bit of a breeze. Temperatures only got up to the low 30s in through Metro Vancouver rather than the high 30s, and will come down a couple of degrees tomorrow. This is our relief. And just to put that into perspective, the heat warnings in place for Eastern Canada, these are the temperatures that you're hitting over the next couple of days. That's our relief right now, but that marine air, so needed. And I want to show you this forecast because the heat dome is not going away in the BC interior after breaking yet another all-time high record in Lytton. Tomorrow, we won't be quite as hot, still in the mid 40s, and we'll keep those 40s going through Thursday, right across Alberta and Saskatchewan as well, potentially hitting the 40s. Even as we head into the weekend, Andrew, these are the temperatures that are being called the relief for Western Canada. It is going to remain hot right through to early next week, but at least the historic heat coming to an end in a couple days.
And just to further underscore how serious of an issue this is, I mean, as if the heat itself didn't pose enough of a risk, there is concern about wildfires as well.
This is a big story over the next 24 hours. Lightning strikes happening tonight in the BC interior, where fire danger is at extreme right now. Unfortunately, I imagine new fire starts right across the province in this extreme heat as that dome shifts east and introduces some instability, Andrew.
Okay, Joe, thanks for this.
You're welcome.